So I've foraged over there, all in this lower area. This time a year ago, my hand was broken, so I wasn't really a good ladder fuel clearer. But you see how at least up to 6, 7, 8 feet, a lot of this forest, at least the dead, is all cleared out like that. Some of these trees are still a little bit overgrown. Like this cluster of baby trees. Could be cleaned up a little bit. That might be better for summertime. And then there's some dead branches a little bit straight ahead. And those trees are just growing really close together. It's pillows. See how the pine trees, lodgepole pine in particular, kind of hold little cups of snow, like little snowballs out on their little hands. But the spruces, they just sort of pillows on top of their whole boughs all together. And this pine right here is largely dead, down to like 15 feet, but it's still healthy, still alive. That kind of branch, that size branch, is better for a chainsaw than a hatchet. It can be done. It can honestly just probably be broken off, but to lop it off cleanly, a saw is what would do the trick. On this lower branch there, all of this is ladder fuels. It's cool. It's got the goat's beard growing on it. There's kind of a fox trail going off that way. Maybe let's do that. Start back in this area. The snowshoer march. His knees and toes nice and high. And kind of like a heel toe, a side-by-side heel toe. And the heel toe is also using the pressure of the snow. I know I'm following a trail here. I don't know if it's a ski trail or a hiker trail or a fox trail. Usually if you can find the fox trail through the fresh snow, that's your best way out, or at least through the forest. The foxes always follow the easiest path. Like all of this can go. And we'll start right here. So, ladder fuel is what helps an otherwise good fire, a fire that restores nutrients real quickly into the mostly non-existent topsoil here in the high country, and allows that fire to climb the trees on the ladder fuels, the dead lower branches, like all of this stuff and this stuff. So I'm going to clear ladder fuels today for the first day in the forest of 2024. Already the second half of February. And it's nice to be back. Ooh, I don't want to forget, I want to show you up close what it looks like when these needles, you wouldn't necessarily think that those lush little pine needles, fir needles, spruce needles have much flammability to them, but they're like a torch. See how it's like a torch? So imagine each little branch has hundreds of little tiny torches on it. So when they go up in flame, they blaze. A lot of times the back of the hammer, as long as you're sure the branch isn't going to make the hatchet bounce back at you, or you have your head back so that if it does, it doesn't whack you with the sharp side. A lot of times it's better to just hammer off the branches than to slice them off. Ooh, that smells so good. See, that was just the dead under part of an otherwise live branch. It might be hanging down a little too low to leave behind, but crush these up. I've done this before extensively down there, and I've come back in the summertime or the melted season, and you don't even see these anywhere. So that's why I know that this isn't like making a mess, especially after a few more months of snow piling up on top. It all melts out by spring, and hopefully is already getting inoculated with fungus mycelium. We're not trying to gouge the trees at all. That way our work is nice and clean. See, I don't think it's worth it to do the little firs in the wintertime. So much of this is just baby fir trees. It's better, it's not perfect. Some of these branches just start at like 10 feet, so I can't reach them at the base. We could clip them off, which may or may not look weird. But over here, where I thought I was going to work towards the camera, it's a lot of just baby fir trees. Look out for those glutes. Gotta be just as careful stomping as when you're chopping, that you don't get shrapnel blowing back in your eyeballs. Well, that'll stop your day in minutes. For a windy day, I wouldn't really even need anything but a t-shirt and some glasses and a hat to keep my little bald head from getting poked by all the branches. And I'm golden. Fir trees And that'd be so much easier to just come back within the summertime and chainsaw. Makes way more sense. Just buzz them down at the bottom. Chop and drop, baby.